Going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Word of the day is desperate. The New York Giants front office, general manager Joe Schoen, head coach Brian Daboll, if they are retained after the season's completion on Sunday against the Eagles, the Giants cannot be desperate going into this draft. And just, listening to WFAN, Boomer, and Geo in the morning, and then Evan and Tiki made a good point. The Giants can't go into this draft even, desperate to come up and come out with a quarterback. They can't. They can't. Now, obviously, I was very pissed about winning against the Colts last week. I really want the first or second pick. I want a quarterback. I want Shedeur Sanders. I want Cam Ward. Either one will be fine. But if I don't have the first and second pick, I do not want Joe Schoen to trade the future for them. I don't think they are the Andrew Lucks of the world. I don't watch much film on them. I haven't, but just from what I've seen, what I take away from what I've seen and what I hear, they aren't franchise can't miss prospects. They are good quarterbacks that have a lot of work to do. This draft class for quarterbacks looks very weak. If this was obviously a Jaden Daniels or even a Caleb Williams, obviously they had a lot of good praise around them coming into the draft last year. Jaden Daniels winning the Heisman. No brainer, trade the future for those quarterbacks. Look what Jaden Daniels is doing right now. Look what CJ Stroud was able to do last year as a rookie. Yes, it's a no-brainer. Trade the future, trade multiple first-round picks for those quarterbacks. But Shedeur Sanders is not that guy. Not yet, at least. And I don't think Cam Ward is either. He is both very talented quarterbacks. Both have nice arms, accurate, can move when needed. Cam Ward, a little bit more mobile than Shedeur. Shedeur seems to be a pocket passer. That's great. If we had the first or second pick, I will take them. If it doesn't cost a lot to move up from maybe 4 to 2, maybe. But if I'm picking 8, if the Giants win, ultimately the Giants could beat the Eagles this Sunday as the Eagles rest their starters. The Giants are not. Brian Daboll is going for the W, as annoying as it is, to ruin our draft pick. They don't care, whatever. But if we pick 8 or 9, man, I am not trading 4 years of first and second round picks to move up for a quarterback that is not Andrew Luck, that is not a Peyton Manning, a surefire franchise Hall of Fame caliber quarterback. I'm not. And hopefully Joe Schoen doesn't either. The problem is Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll, they know their time is very limited as the Giants GM and head coach if they don't not turn this team around as soon as possible. Another bad year, the Giants will likely move on from both of them. And another bad year is almost inevitable if you look at next year's opponents. We play like the Chiefs, Chargers, Vikings, Lions, Packers, the whole division, Eagles, Cowboys. We can't beat them either. Our schedule is even tougher than it was this year. The Giants are going to be picking in the top 5 again next year. How do you bring those guys back? So my thing is, if the Giants do indeed to bring back Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen entering this draft, they cannot be desperate for a quarterback. Go on the free agent market, maybe trade a little bit for Kirk Cousins, get him as a bridge quarterback, a stopgap quarterback, and maybe, hopefully, draft an Arch Manning the following year. I would even take Carson Wentz out in Kansas City. He'll be a free agent. Get him on the cheap, 1 year, $10 million. Bring him in. He's still young. He's still athletic. He can make the throws. Maybe New York would be a better opportunity after sitting behind Mahomes and under Andy Reid for a little bit. You never know. But you can't trade the future for these quarterbacks. They're not worth it, in my opinion. Obviously, if we're picking first or second and they're there, take one of them. Obviously, that's free money. Found money on the street, $20. Obviously, you take it. But I'm not trading the future. I am not trading the future. Let me know your thoughts. Would you, regardless of where we pick, trade up the future for whatever it takes to get Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders, or will you just stay the course, take best player available, and maybe hit on a veteran in free agency? And you never know. Maybe they could have a Sam Darnold-like resurgence of a season, kind of like Baker in Tampa. I don't know. But there are a lot of avenues. We don't have to be desperate for a quarterback. We still need to build this team. We are years away from being good. As annoying as it sounds, I don't see a time or a place where this team can be competing for the playoffs next year. I really don't. We need a quarterback, but we can't be desperate. Let me know your thoughts. As always, let's go G-Men.